What's up, YouTube? Good morning. My name is Matt. It's about 9:45 here today in Wisconsin. I want to apologize in advance because I'm a little sick. I'm going to be coughing, clearing my throat, all that. I think I got this coronavirus going around, and no Coronas in the fridge. Plenty of beer though. Anyways, I am going to be replacing the motor. I'm going to be doing a how-to video on how to replace the engine mounts and the motor mounts in my 2015 WRX STI. This is the second time I've had to replace them. I will explain, a little bit more details in that. This is just the overview of what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the camera now, show you the car. This is my car, 2015 red in color WRX STI. She's thawing out right now. Thank you for that heater. The motor mounts I'm going to be replacing, or the engine mounts, are going to be the two bottom ones. There are other mounts holding the engine up. I don't exactly know the locations of them, but these are the two I'm going to be replacing today. Now I'm going to show you the part. Turn the camera here. So this is the motor mount. I have two of these. These are direct OEMs. I don't know if you can see that. It says Subaru right on the side. I got these from Rock Auto. Love that place. I also have a battery here. I'm going to be replacing that today too. I'm not going to include that on the video because it's pretty straightforward and self-explanatory. I would be happy to do it, but I'm just not going to do it today in this video. That's going to take more time. And I'm going to be doing a lot of takes on, making sure I get the right shots and I don't sound like an idiot while I'm talking to you guys. Alright, let's get this started. Alright, so I got the thing all jacked up. I'm going to turn the camera real quick. There she is. On jack stands with some cardboard underneath. So I'm going to get underneath. I'm going to show you guys exactly where the motor mounts are. Let's quickly explain what happened. The first time I was racing and I, dropped the clutch from a dead stop, launched the thing, and it broke a motor mount. Actually ripped the rubber grommet part because there was so much torque. I dropped the clutch pretty high, probably closer to 6,000 RPMs. I wouldn't recommend doing that. That's how you break stuff, obviously. That's what happened the first time. So I replaced it, replaced both sides. Now this time, I must have over-tightened the bolt. And I was also doing more launches, not at $6 grand though. And the driver's side nut came off, ripped, broke, right? It had too much torque on there. Not enough wiggle room to survive all the launches and rough driving that I had been doing. So I'll show you guys that. So I'm going to be replacing the two again. I don't want to put in stronger motor mounts because I have read and I've heard from other Subaru guys that when you put in the stronger motor mounts, two things happen. You notice more vibration when you're sitting there, at idle, or during the ride. You notice more just engine vibration. That's going to kind of annoy me. But most importantly is that, okay, your motor mounts are strong now. Now what's the weakest point if it's not the motor mounts? Yeah, other stuff is going to break. So I'm fine with doing this. It's not a big deal. Alright, so that's the story. Now I'm going to get underneath. I'm going to show you guys what we're talking about, okay? Alright, here is the front side of the car. I have the little plastic cover that covers this area. I took it off. Here is the oil filter. Let me put this down. Here's the oil filter. Here's the oil pan. There's the drain plug. Okay, so from the front side, there's a motor mount. That's the passenger side. And I don't know if you guys can see that. There's another motor mount. That's the driver's side. So it's on both sides, right? So I'm going to scooch underneath here. I'm going to rotate. Yeah, so hopefully you guys can see that. The camera is focused. That's what happened. No bueno. Other side is fine, but I'm still going to replace it because I don't know how tight that one is. I'm going to look up the torque specs and do it right this time. So, to get these motor mounts off, I'm going to focus on this side because this is easier to see on the back side. So obviously that one is off. You don't have to take that off. I have to remove this bolt, but there's another bolt on the back side which you cannot get from the front. You have to go all the way back here by the transmission, by the axle. And hopefully you guys can see that. See that back bolt way back there? That is the one. That's on the back side, and that's how I'm going to get to it here, is by going under / over the axle, because that's the second backside bolt that will drop that motor mount. You're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, here's the cradle. I'm not taking off the cradle. So what I'm going to do now is, hopefully this works out well, I'm going to put the camera on a tripod, put it underneath the car, and I'm going to work, you know, do like all those other guys do, make it look cool, hopefully. Do the fast shots, you know, of me working, like, you know, and then pause again when I need to talk to you guys and explain more about what's going on. finger on it right now, and it's still too tight to turn by hand. Lesson here, kids: don't break your mounts. Oh my god, this is oh, I'm gonna cry. Glove off. Going in dirty. Jesus Christ, no, it's still too tight. Bullshit.
A few moments later.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh. Whew. I finally got those things off. So here is the old one. This one I still have to take the mounting bracket off. This one I already have off. These are my two new ones. I took the nuts off already. Here's the old one, the broken one. Yep. So this time I'm going to make sure I use the correct torque specs. Now, I just want to talk about the tools that I used. So this wrench right here, this is what I used most of the time. It was long enough. It was the correct size, obviously. This one, if it was longer, if it was just as long and angled up, if this one was angled up like this, then my life would have been so much easier. But because it wasn't, I couldn't use the gear wrench. I couldn't even get that in there, so I had to stick with this. That's why I was just, you know, frustrated and cussing and all that fun stuff. But I did not have to take off the cradle or a whole bunch of stuff. So remember, I'm making this video because this is how I do it without taking that out. There will be a day where I'll yank this motor because I'll blow it up and I'll have to rebuild it. When that day comes, you know, that's a whole different video segment. But I also had to use the pry bar, because once I got this on there, I had to use the pry bar to break the nuts loose. Once they were loose, then it was just a whole bunch of time. So that's what worked for me. Those are the tools. I'm going to finish switching all of this stuff over, and then I'm going to start putting them back in so I can drive my car. Hey, okay, so I want to show you something. I just I have the engine, so the the motor mounts, the driver's side, I have in there finger tight, both sides connected to the engine block. Okay, as much as I possibly can. My left hand it's cramping, so I'm gonna I found a way that I think I can get it really tight, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to torque that, at least not without doing it the proper way, removing the cradle, all that fun stuff. That, remember, that's what this video is about. We're not doing that. We're trying to get around that. So I have here, I'm going to turn the camera now. I have here, this is a quarter-inch drive. This is a quarter-inch drive swivel, size 14 millimeter. See if I can see the brand. This is Cal Hawk USA. I'm sure this is something that I got from Harbor Freight. Okay, I also have this quarter-inch drive extension. You see this? See how it's like really pliable? This is basically the key right here. And then I have another one to add length on, because it's going to look like this. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Connect it together like that. I'm gonna come in on the front side of the motor mount instead of the back side where I've been trying to reach around, and I'm going to use the impact's underneath there, but I'm going to use a battery powered Milwaukee impact gun. Okay, it's not air compressed, it's battery powered, and you'll see it, but I'm about to get back under there. So this is, right now I forgot that this is probably something I did the first time. First time was terrible. You know, it took me forever, and I was cussing and swearing a lot. So let's get to it. Yeah, that worked. Not. Oopsies. At least it's on there. Somewhat tight.
That's all, folks.
All right, I finally got these things installed. Now, during the process of doing this, I snapped the bolt on the driver's side. That is it right there. Snapped it clean off. Okay, says Subaru. Made in Thailand. Now, 40 foot-pounds is the manufacturer's specifications. That is from the owner manual's repair guide. It's not going to work on this stuff if you do this, if you do these and not aftermarkets, I don't know, or buy it from the dealer. I did not buy it from the dealer. I bought it from Rock Auto. They were the cheapest ones. They're the ones I used last time. They're about 28 bucks a piece, you know, like something like that. So it's not very expensive. Anyways, this is 40 foot-pounds of torque. The manufacturer's recommended specifications is not going to work on this stuff. So learn from my mistake. That's why I make these videos, so that you guys can learn and you're going to save you some time. But what I did this time is I put a whole bunch of Loctite, or not Loctite, excuse me, thread locker. Put a bunch of thread locker on there. This is just stuff I had laying around. Here's the washer, old one. You see how worn out it is. It's serrated. These are one of the lock washers. I just took this and gobbed it in there, man. And then once it was on there, I had my ratchet on there, and I did 1/4 turn. Like, I mean, I was like, choot, 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 you know, and at the top of the ratchet, holding the top of the ratchet, that was all I could do without any leverage. And then straight up and down, went to the bottom, and 1/4 turn. That is it. Because I do not want to do this again, at least not for a while. So I think that should do. It's definitely got pressure on there, and it's thread locked. So I'll keep you guys posted, because next upgrade is a downpipe. Here she is with the hood open. You can see cob intake. That's an aftermarket knockoff intercooler that I got from one of my buddies. That is an IAG air oil separator. That's the Street Series. Well, next I'm going to be pulling this bad boy off again, which is a pain in the ass to begin with, and I'll be doing a downpipe. And I will make a video about that. So, I think that's everything. I hope you guys learned from this. I hope I was helpful. I hope you enjoyed watching me cuss and swear and get angry. Cheers. Can't do that, can I? What if it's like this? Cheers. Still can't do that. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. We really do appreciate that. We wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things. First off, why do we make these videos? Well, Jake and I, we're both car enthusiasts, man. We love working on our cars any chance that we can get. And we both use YouTube, so we figured it was our turn to pay it forward. Secondly, why should you like, comment, and subscribe on our videos? Well, give us a comment. Let us know what you think of the video. Also, the more likes, comments, and subscribes that we have, the more people YouTube will put our video in front of, allowing us to help more people, and that's the idea here. And lastly, Jake, why did we start this brand?
Because you gotta pay to play. Every car enthusiast knows it. Spend a lot of money on your cars.
And how do the people that aren't into cars look at us?
The people who aren't into cars think we're absolutely crazy. Spending all this money just to get to A to B. For us, it's a lifestyle.
That's the truth right there. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. And go to the link below so that you can get some cool merchandise. We'll see you guys next time.